Aikido is a Japanese martial art often praised for its deep philosophical roots and precise techniques. However, its application in the realm of mixed martial arts has sparked considerable debate. MMA, known for its brutal and highly competitive nature, combines various martial arts styles to create a sport that demands physical prowess, adaptability, and tactical intelligence. So what happens when an Aikido practitioner faces off against an MMA fighter? Let's find out. The first matchup features a 23-year-old Aikido fighter from the Netherlands named Postma, who faces off against 21-year-old Turkish MMA fighter Abdullah Nalbant. The fight begins with both competitors exchanging jabs and straight punches. Soon, Postma identifies a weakness in his opponent's lower body. He seizes Abdullah's leg and slams him to the ground.
Nice, that's it. Good here. Drop the leg.
The two engage in a prolonged ground battle, with Postma persistently attempting to lock in a submission, while Abdullah struggles to escape the difficult position.
More action. If you feel safe, drop some elbows to the left hand. Punch with the left.
In the final minutes of the first round, Abdullah manages to break free from Postma's hold, and they return to a stand-up fight. However, shortly after, Postma once again grabs Abdullah's leg and forces him back into a ground fight.
Right, yes. Now you get him down again. Yes. Suicide control, beautiful.
Postma comes close to winning the bout when he successfully secures an arm lock on Abdullah. Fortunately for Abdullah, the first round ends just in time. As the second round begins, the fighters exchange punches once more. It doesn't take long, however, before Postma forces Abdullah into a clinch position again. This time, Abdullah is unable to escape the impressive Aikido hold from his opponent. Next, we turn to an Aikido versus MMA matchup conducted under MMA rules, where fighters are required to wear gloves. The Aikido practitioner in this fight successfully demonstrates that gloves are not an obstacle for executing Aikido joint lock techniques. He is able to take his opponent down with a perfectly executed wrist lock technique. Not just once, but the Aikido fighter repeatedly brings his opponent to the ground, dominating the fight with his lethal Aikido techniques. Next up is a match between a one-handed Aikido master and a professional MMA fighter.
Yamazaki!
Despite relying on just one hand, the Aikido master manages to give the MMA fighter a tough time. He is even able to hold his own when they engage in a clinch. Remarkably, he succeeds in bringing the MMA fighter down to the ground, but it doesn't stop there. The Aikido master continues to dominate even during the ground fight. Next, we have an arrogant Aikido practitioner who boldly claims that his martial art is superior to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Aikido is better than Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
He goes on to challenge an MMA fighter with a BJJ background. However, what transpires in the arena is the exact opposite of his boastful words. Throughout the fight, he only attempts to evade the powerful attacks of the MMA fighter, never launching a single offensive move. The MMA fighter teaches him a valuable lesson by delivering a hard slam to the Continuing with another match between an MMA fighter with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background and an Aikido practitioner, this time the MMA fighter is bigger and more muscular. The two engage in a prolonged clinch before the MMA fighter eventually overpowers the Aikido master with his sheer strength, bringing him down. However, this takedown doesn't have a significant impact on the Aikido master. While under pressure in the ground fight, he surprises everyone by executing a neck lock that forces the MMA fighter to submit. Now, let's shift to an outdoor arena where two hefty fighters are about to face off. The Aikido fighter, dressed in white pants, is significantly older than his MMA opponent, which becomes evident in the course of their fight. The MMA fighter dominates the duel with powerful strikes, overwhelming the older Aikido master. It takes the MMA fighter only 30 seconds to win the fight as he forces the Aikido master down to the ground. Finally, we have a Japanese Aikido fighter going up against an MMA fighter who, with his fierce expression, appears intimidating. However, his fighting ability does not match his intimidating presence. From the start, the MMA fighter is pressured against the ropes. He is unable to escape the tight grip of the Aikido master. Eventually, he is slammed onto the canvas, leading to a ground fight. The Aikido practitioner gives him no chance at all. The MMA fighter is ultimately forced to submit, unable to withstand the excruciating Aikido lock any longer.